Junior Invitational, ABYC in Long Beach, January 11, 12, 2020. This is the A Fleet start. This is race 4. Didn't video the first 3 races at all. I'm going to focus on starting. Our starting goals is learning how to do holding position. We have nobody in this A Fleet. Taylor's going to come around first in the C1 fleet in race 4 right here. He's got 2 more, he's got another lap to do, so he'll go windward, leeward, then to the finish. There's second. But his problem is that he's got the A fleet right here.
Copy.
So what he does is he uses the A fleet as a gauge of the wind shifts. He's trying to guess which tack's lifted right now, port or starboard. I think starboard looks slightly lifted. It looks like 9405 did a little better rounding. So we did give up some space here. They got a little closer to the wind than you did. Big puff. So that's what I'd be looking at. I'd be looking at that big puff that's just upwind of Calvin, the 9009 up there. Big puff. 7632 is going to be full hike here. Right now you're going to see tons of power. This is good news. This will be the C2 fleet, so we have Chris in this fleet, 8900. Chris has a something like a 6th, a 3rd, no, an 8th, a 3rd, and a 1st. I don't like jibing around with less than a minute to go. That's a no-no. Don't do that. That was the start right there. So just when you jibe around in the last minute, you're sailing yourself downwind. Downwind in a Sabot, not good. Okay, well, a lot of catching up. Look at that. Those guys really got a much better deal. There we go. A Fleet coming downwind, race 4. Here's Chris going upwind. And here's Taylor coming around the last leeward mark of race 4. He's gained more. I think he's going to be a little more careful of doing a check luff here right now. Make sure you stay on the wind extra hard. There it is. The last upwind, you almost lost first when you went a little bit too low after the mark. Okay, good job, Taylor. Looks like race 4 will be a first, hopefully. B Fleet has less than 1 minute to go, and we are looking for Maddie 9699. This is her first B Fleet regatta. Her finishes have been about, I think, 8, 6, 5, or 8, 6, 4 maybe. No, 8, 6, and then not a good one. Now she's got to be careful with Charlotte there. There, now she broke the overlap, so Charlotte's no longer lured. This is more of a full speed approach to the start. One of our big goals for this regatta is the holding position stuff. There you go. Working on holding position. That's what our goals are, is getting way better at it. Good job. Yeah. I thought that was good. Now you just got to be patient because you can't tack and cross these boats, but you're further upwind. These guys look good now, but once we tack, you'll be surprised at how good you'll look. You can see the drone up there. So just go to Long Beach Yacht Club Juniors on YouTube and Junior Sailing or something. You can find that video. So he videos from the air, I video from the ground, from the water. race 4. Okay, we got Celeste here, 9995, and Fen over here, 10019. This is the windiest part of the day, so we're very lucky. We're up to like 10 knots, so it's just been beautiful. She needs to get her main tighter. Tighter. Too far out. See how far out the boom is? Uh-oh. There you go. She still came out okay on this start, but she needs to get that main in. Gotta pull that main in. Okay, good idea. So race 2 and 3, we did a good job. We got our mainsail much tighter in race 2s and 3s, but this looks more like our mainsail trim in race 1. Too far out on the main, so we just can't go upwind. There we go. That's a little closer. So she's not on the rail, so she needs more Cunningham, more outhaul. Make those much tighter and be able to sail like this. There we go. And then Fen is just hair on fire over there. This is how he sails, man. He weighs about 50 pounds and he just sails that thing loaded up. Look at that. So here we go. C2 Fleet, race 4. Chris has worked himself into almost 3rd. Got himself in a pickle, darn. Okay, he might pull this off. He might pull this off. But he is in 4th. Remember the start he had. Okay. The A's and the B's are all mixed up in race 4. This looks really good, Maddie. You're not a pincher. That's great. Oh, mainsail trim looks epic. Big wrinkles when you're fast, little wrinkles when you're slow. So that means when you're going fast, your main's tight and you got big wrinkles in the sail. I gotta cut this. That looks really good. C1, last race of the day on Saturday. Again, the long course. In the morning we did the 1-lappers. Afternoon we're doing, ooh, pin is favored by a lot. Taylor's not even making the pin from there. Oh, maybe he is. Holding position very well. Oh, this guy wants to attack him. Oh, dude, that was beautiful. Didn't win the start. Maybe the guys in the middle, but all you got to do is just keep on going, and it looks good later. It's kind of funny. At the start, these boats all look ahead, but in almost every race, the boats that just go full speed, perfect upwind sailing on starboard from that end, tack over and kill people. He's out there. Green boat. This is great because he has a blue boat to leeward of him that just sailed around him, and this is just great speed testing for him. Just getting a feel for what the boat feels like when you're going fast and making progress to the mark. I think he's still ahead of that guy barely. It's just I'm not sure, but I think Fen's taking the lead in the windiest race. Smallest kid, windiest race. And look at him, man. He loves to heel that thing over and load it up, dude. Look at that.
That is correct.
To load that thing up. I think that's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and here's 4th. So a little bit better. Sail still needs to come in on Celeste. So we're going to set her up. Since she's not getting on the rail, we're going to set her up with the Cunningham and outhaul tighter so she can keep the main in more. And all those guys over there are B fleeters. 10173 is winning the B fleet. So for Maddie, Maddie's having a rough race, but for Maddie, that's who we're going to try to hook her up against. 10173. because she sails the boat really well in these conditions because she's figured out how to hike hard. Sometimes people hike hard in sabots and they just kind of stall out. It doesn't work for some reason. They just don't have the right balance. But that girl, the leader of the B fleet in this race, is just hanging out most of the time.
Barge.
At times she goes full hike too.
Sabot A is just finished and heading back down to the start line.
And that's why she's beating people. She can just like any boat, can just load up the hiking strap and get that thing ripping. C1 race 5, that's first. Second, 9131 is Taylor's primary competition. This guy's a good little sailor. Third, and then Taylor did a good job here of passing these boats. Last race, C1, first, second, third, fourth. So Taylor has moved up more. These two guys are duking it out with each other, so hopefully Taylor will be able to make a little gain right here. You see how wide they are? That actually was the way we wanted to go, so Taylor should work on that. Wide as we get to the buoy. See, he's coming in a little tighter, and then he has to spin the boat more. And it's just not quite as good a turn doing it that way. Okay, well, in fourth, and had a very good day today on Saturday, and hopefully he can get back and pass these two. That just looks really, really good. He's not a pincher, that's for sure. Big puff ahead, so yeah, he's just gonna keep on going. Big puff out there. Okay, let's go around to the A fleet here. Last race for the A fleet on Saturday. Yeah, you could just hear the tillers all slamming the rails. He's not making it. Oh, he let him go. That was lucky.